Hello everybody, and welcome to part 2 of repairing that Hudson that was very badly damaged. In the last part, we got the chassis freed up and unseized, so that's working good now. But today, I want to focus on getting the chassis rolling freely, like rolling good enough so that the motor can get it going. And I also want to work on the motor. So in between parts, I made a new brush plate as well as new wheel insulators. So we got everything that we need to do that this episode. And I also need to figure out how to get this brush off of the wire, because last time I tried it, it did not want to come off just from trying to desolder it. So I got to figure out what's up with that. And I'll probably also test the smoke unit out today. Why not? But yeah, let's jump right into it. So the new motor mount, I do have to expand the slots a little bit because at the moment they don't fit in there. So first of all, I got the other brush off of that wire. So now I could put both of them in the brush plate, just like that. And I believe this goes on like this. And I was able to find the screw that went on there, because to be honest, I didn't really organize it all that well when I took it apart. So, but we have the screw now. So now that's good. We just have to put the springs on there. And it should be a-okay. Then we could test it for, like, properly. That doesn't really seem right, but if it's holding. Where's our other spring? There's our other spring at. Alright. They're a bit tight on there. I'm going to have to file out some of that in there. Or try it again. Maybe I'll print it vertically. But anyways, now we could... Actually, I probably will reprint that. Print it vertically instead of horizontally. But anyways, we could now test the motor properly for once. Yeah. I know I put a gob of oil in there last time, but I'm just going to put a little bit more. Yeah, that's good. Alright. So, that's one goal accomplished for today. Oh, that's actually really hot. It's probably just because of how tight those brushes are on there. Now, what we gotta do is work on this part. Now, actually, no. I'm gonna set that over there for a little bit, and I'm gonna work on the smoke unit. See if that actually works. I don't know what these screws go to. Maybe they're just a plate on top. I don't know. I'll try it, see what happens. Alright. And it was literally just the plate on top. So I just did that for nothing. That's cool. Alright, now I could test this. I don't have the plunger, but it is making smoke. But yeah, it is smoking, so. Oh, that's cool. You could see the heating element getting in there. It seems like it's actually out of smoke fluid, so I'm going to put some more in there. Try not to spill it everywhere. Alright. Ah, double alright. Yeah. That's perfectly fine. Alright, so now we know that that works. I don't know if these things are really affected by what would be affected by water damage or not, but regardless, it works. So now, we turn to the chassis. I already did one of these wheels just to test it. This is with the new insulator in there. But what I want to do is get all of the running gear off of this and get the tires off so that I can change those. So I'll do that really quick. I think if I wanted to take the crosshead and stuff like that off, I'd have to take off the cylinders, so I'll see if this screw does that. I'm very surprised that all these screws aren't completely stuck, but at the same time I'm not, because I completely drowned this thing in WD-40. It's getting there. Yeah. Alright. So, oh, I have to... Alright, well, guess I'll take this side off now then, so I could take the cylinders off. So, oops, I got all the side rods off. I should actually put these in the bin with everything else, that way they don't get lost, like everything else. And the cylinders are off as well, so that was pretty simple, but yeah. As you can see, these wheels really are not doing too great. In fact, I could probably pull this off just with my hand. Or not. Screwdriver time. And I'm not really doing anything to preserve the original insulation, because, you know, it's rubber and it's old, so they're pretty much a lost cause. This one's really sticking. There we go. So now there's the tire off, and I just gotta get it like a flat tire. Wonder if I could just like break this off with how old it is. Yeah, still kind of there, but as you can see, these new ones they're quite a bit more Well, they don't fit. I have to do a lot of filing and sanding on these, but they should fit in the original tire. Or not. So, it took a little bit, but eventually I got all of the insulation in there. So, those are all looking really good now. But now I just got to get the side rods back on, and then we could test this thing for the first time. So, there's no oil holder things. I don't know what they're technically called, but there's none of those on here, so I guess they just go. I guess they just go either way. But yeah, so I'll get working on that. Actually, I'll probably record doing that. So I don't have the right size bolt. Not bolt. Wrench thingy. So I'm just gonna use my pliers like I did to take them out, because I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. Alright, so that went pretty well once I got it going. Yeah. Alright, so now I gotta get the other one in there. Alright, so that's one side done. I probably should have since I'm doing a full restoration, I probably should have taken like a piece of sandpaper to these first. I could actually do that now though, while they're on there. It'll be more difficult, but it'll still work. I'm not going for perfection either, I just kind of want it to look good, so, you know. And that's looking pretty good. So I'll do that with the other ones before I put them on this time. That was not intentional. Alright, so that's looking a lot better. It also took way longer than it should have, probably, but it's whatever. Now we got the other side. Now, like I mentioned in the last video, I did accidentally break this one bolt. So we're going to see if it'll still go well enough without that one. And if it doesn't, we'll have to figure something out. But I'm hoping that it does. So yeah, that definitely does need that other bolt. Unless I take this bolt out of here and just try that first, and then I'll try and figure out something with the other bolt. Well, it definitely wouldn't be ideal, but I mean, it seems to work. And I'm probably not going to be using this thing a whole lot, so I'm going to leave it like that for now. And if I need to in the future, I'll figure something out. But that's for future me to worry about. For now, try and clean this up a little bit so I could put the cylinders back on there. So that's a bit more cleaner, and hopefully it'll fit on there. Yep, perfect. So, a screw for it. Get that back. Was that where that was? No, it was not. This is where that was. Okay. I'm probably going to need to take these cylinders off again when I clean everything. But for now, I could just test if these wheels will actually go anywhere. Oh, that's just binding. Okay. Now I gotta get these bolts. Alright, there's one side done. Now comes time for the other side. I need a washer in there first. So washer, then that, then the eccentric crank. Alright. That's still binding for some reason. Oh, this rod is bent, that's why. No, that's not why. Okay. There's other bent things, actually. It's still kind of binding in a couple spots, but for now, that's pretty good. I'm just going to throw a touch of oil in there, and then we'll screw the motor back on, and we can test out how this all goes. So I threw a touch of oil in there, and I can't remember which screw. Actually, it's probably this one because it's shorter. Yeah, definitely. Okay, but we could get the motor back in there and see if this thing will move under its own power for the first time in probably 60-ish years. So, pretty exciting. Alright, let's get some contacts hooked, or leads hooked up here. Alright, well, now that that's all squared away, I can get these connected here, and let's see the moment of truth. And it immediately locks up because of the thing. So I'm gonna have to like hold this or something. That's awesome. All right. So our first bit of progress with it. That's actually crazy. So In the next video, I hope to get all the parts cleaned up quite a bit more, because yeah, and yeah, so that will happen in the next video. I will remake this brush plate in between parts, because as you can see, it's a little bit tight. But other than that, thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.